Hello everyone, welcome to an interesting session of electronics. I hope all are doing good. In this session we will learn something really interesting. Do you have any guess what it is? Okay, it's all about LED lighting circuit. Before we are going to start our session, let's see how it's work. That's rather captivating. Okay, hold on. As you can see, this is our LED lighting circuit. When we power this circuit using the 9-volt battery, then the LED begins to work. Let's see. Now you are excited to learn this session, right? Cool, I am also excited. Then why we are wasting our time? Let's start. In this session, we will make LED lighting circuit using LED, resistor and battery so that we learn the concept what is electronics, electronic circuit, current and voltage. I hope you have understood what we were going to learn in this session. Okay, now let's see what is electronics. Have you heard this topic before? No issues, I am here with you. I will give you a hint. In our daily life, we are using different electronic gadgets like mobile phone, refrigerator, washing machine, etc. Right? Yes, so give more examples. Okay, so basically these all are part of electronics. So we can simply define electronics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of electrons. So what about electrons? Do you know what is electrons? But you must be aware about electricity, right? Yes, so basically electricity in the sense the flow of electrons. I hope you have understood the concept of electronics. Okay, so let us discuss what is electronic circuit then. Circuit means a path in which current flow. It must be a loop or closed loop. As you can see in this image, the connection starting from the positive of the battery and go through each and every component like our switch, lamp and return back to the negative terminal of the battery. So that what happens here? Exactly, it forms a closed loop, right? So that's why we said electronic circuit must be a loop. I hope you have understood the concept of electronics and electronic circuit. Okay, before we are going to build our LED lighting circuit, we need to understand what is voltage, current and load. So let's see what it is. So voltage. Voltage is basically the pressure imparted by the electrons. We just familiarize what is electrons, right? Yes, so basically in electronics we are dealing with the study of that electrons. So generally we can define the voltage is a pressure imparted by the electron. What about current? Exactly, I have already mentioned before. So basically current or electricity is the flow of electron. Finally the load. So load we can define like this. The power consumed by an equipment or electrical component that attached to our circuit. So in our LED lighting circuit, which one acts as load? Exactly, the LED. I hope you have understood the concept of voltage, current and load. Okay, now let's build our LED lighting circuit. Before that, you have to take on your electronics components kit and verify the following component. I will let you know which are the components required to build our LED lighting circuit. I hope you have taken your electronics components kit. Okay, so let us discuss which are the components required to build our project. So first one, this is our breadboard. Okay, so you need to select your breadboard from the electronics components kit. Here we are using 9-volt battery and its battery clip. Also we are using an LED and resistor. So this one is our LED and here is our resistor. So remember one thing, here we are using 1 kilo ohm of resistance resistor. So you need to choose it properly for better working of our LED lighting circuit. So once again I am going to introduce every component. So here is our breadboard, 9-volt battery source and battery clip. This one is our light emitting diode, that is our LED, and this one is our resistor of resistance 1 kilo ohm. I hope you have understood which are the components required to build our LED lighting circuit. Take your time, I will let you know what is the next step. I hope you have all selected the required components to build our LED lighting circuit. So before we are going to build our LED lighting circuit, we need to discuss something related to breadboard, LED, resistor and the battery. So it's very simple, we have to start from the breadboard. So here we are using breadboard. So do you know what is a breadboard? Okay, I will explain. As you can see, this is our breadboard. For a beginners like you, breadboard is the best option to build and test circuit. I will explain the configurations and connections of this breadboard. So here as you can see, the connections on the top and another end of bottom side. So basically we can convert the breadboard into 4 basic parts. So this one is the A part and this one is the B part. Here is the C part and finally the D part. So as we can see, both A and D look similar, right? Yes. Also B and C both are similar. So we can simply learn A and B because A and D also similar and B and C also similar. So in A session, as we can see, the connections go like horizontally. That means if I am going to apply a positive voltage here, then I get the positive from the entire points of the A part. I hope you have understood. Okay, so what about considering the B part? Exactly. As you can see in this image, if I am going to apply positive voltage here, then what happened? To go like vertically. So that means in B part and C part, connections will go like vertical. I can only get that positive from these radial points. I hope you have understood the concept of breadboard and how to connect things like LED resistor in breadboard. So in this session, we are using a big breadboard. That means it combines 5 plus 5 10 sessions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a small part of breadboard and in which 1 to 5 the things are interconnected. Not in the case of up to 5 to 10. That means in 6th point of this breadboard, this is not interconnected with the 5th point. Here connection is closed. I hope you have understood. If I am going to apply positive voltage here, then I get the positive voltage to this 5 section, not even the 6 section, because I have already mentioned after 5th section of this A part breadboard configuration, there is no interconnection between 6th and 7th, etc. Okay, basically in A part the connection will go like horizontally. Here I am going to apply positive voltage, then I can get the positive voltage from this entire horizontal points. So what about this B and C? Exactly, we have already mentioned, right? So here I am going to apply positive voltage or negative voltage, then I can get the positive and negative voltage from these points only, because in B session and C session the connections go like not horizontally, the connections go like vertically. I hope you have understood the concept of breadboard. Okay, so now let's discuss what is an LED. Do you know what is an LED? Yes, you saw in night lighting, art lighting, etc., right? So basically LED stands for light emitting diode. That means when we give electrical energy, it gives light as output. Also here in our LED lighting circuit, the LED acts as the load, right? Basically LED has two terminals, one larger terminal and another one is a smaller terminal. So the larger one is the anode terminal or the positive terminal and the smaller terminal is the negative or cathode terminal. Also remain one thing, LED work only if the positive is connected along with the positive of the battery and the negative is connected along with the negative of the battery. So tell me, what are the applications of LED? Exactly, we are using night lighting, art lighting, etc., right? So basically LED stands for light emitting diode. It has two terminals, one is a larger one and another one is a smaller one. So larger one is a positive and the smaller one is the negative. I hope you have understood the concept of LED and breadboard. Okay, so now let's discuss what is a resistor and what's the function of a resistor in this circuit. So this is our resistor. So do you know what's the purpose of resistor in our circuit? Okay, so if we are connecting the LED directly to that 9-volt battery, then what happened? Exactly, LED should definitely damage, right? Yes. So here in this session, we are using a resistor to reduce the flow of electric current. So basically a resistor is an electrical component that is used to reduce the flow of electric current in a circuit. Here we are using a 9-volt battery so that the resistor can resist the unwanted current from that 9-volt battery and our LED is safe. As you can see, there are different color strips in our resistor, right? Yes. So these are called bands. Basically these bands determine the value of that particular resistor. So don't you remember, here we are using 1 kilo ohm of resistance. So here the configuration of our resistor will go like brown, black, red, gold. That means this resistor is of 1 kilo ohm of resistance. Also the resistance value measured in ohms. I hope you have understood the concept of resistor. Okay, so finally we are going to discuss our battery source. So battery is a source of electric power here and it stores electrical energy, and here 9-volt battery will give the sufficient voltage to work the LED. I hope you have understood the concept of breadboard, LED, a resistor and the battery source. Okay, so now let's make the circuit. So before that, ensure you have taken the required components like breadboard, resistor, LED, battery and battery clip. As you can see here, my table is all set to build our LED lighting circuit. So what about yours? Okay, so how to connect this LED, resistor, battery along this breadboard? Is there any specific criteria? Exactly, there is. So that's all about circuit diagram. Do you know what is a circuit diagram? Okay, I will explain. So basically, circuit diagram is a graphical representation of an electrical circuit using symbols. As you can see on this presentation, there are different types of symbols of different electrical and electronic component, right? Yes, so battery is there, ground, resistor. So don't you remember which are the components we are used to build our LED lighting circuit? Yes, we are using LED, resistor and what? A battery. As you can see, this is a symbol of battery. So what about this one? Resistor, and here is our LED symbol. So we are going to connect these all things by following a perfect manner. That's all about the circuit diagram. So here we go. So this is our circuit diagram. So circuit diagram is basically the graphical representation of an electrical circuit using symbols. So as you can see, this is our 9-volt battery, 1 kilo ohm of resistor is here, and finally the LED is also here. Here connection will go like this. It starts from the positive of the battery and going through 1 kilo ohm of resistor, and then a resistor is connected along with the positive of the LED. So remember one thing, resistor has two terminals but no polarity. That means either we can connect the positive or we can connect the negative. No issues with that, because I have already mentioned resistor has two terminals but no polarity. So here I am going to connect the resistor along with the positive of the LED, and finally the negative of the LED connected along with the negative of the 9-volt battery. So this is all about our circuit diagram of LED lighting circuit. So remember, it starts from the positive of the battery. So we need to construct or build our LED lighting circuit from the positive of our battery. And then that positive is connected along with the positive of 1 kilo ohm of resistor, and the another end of that resistor is connected along with the positive of LED, and here the negative of LED is connected along with the negative of the battery. So what happened? Our circuit is perfectly closed and it forms a loop. Then we are going to power using a 9-volt battery. Then current flows through this component and our LED is turned on. Now you are super excited. Okay, let's build this circuit. So here we are going to connect the LED along with this breadboard. So how to connect it properly? Let's see. So don't you remember about that circuit diagram? Yes, it starts from the positive of the battery and ends in the negative of the battery, right? So the first step, we need to connect this battery clip along this 9-volt battery. I hope you have completed. So this one is our positive of the battery. Also, for better understanding of circuit, we are going to represent red as positive and black as negative. So here is my red. I already know this one is positive, and I am going to connect this positive along with the points of breadboard part B. So here I am going to connect the positive on this B part. Then what happened? Exactly, we know that in B part the connection go like vertically. That means if I am going to apply positive voltage here, then this each and every point will act as positive, right? Yes. So I just connected my positive along with the B part point of this breadboard. You can connect any other points, no issues, because the thing is that if you are connecting a positive voltage here, then what happens? Exactly, this entire points will act as positive, and then we get that positive energy from each of these points. I hope you have understood. So what about this one? Yes, if we are applying a positive voltage here, then what happens? It will act like horizontally, right? Yes, that means if I am going to apply positive voltage here, then I can get the positive from these entire points up to 5 sessions. I have already mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 sessions are mutually interconnected. After this 5th session, there is no interconnection between this. You can get the positive from only these 5 points. If you want a positive from these another points after 5th session, then you can use another means of jumper cables or wires. I hope you have understood. Here I am going to connect my positive along with the B part any points. So here I am going to connect here, and as you can see, this one act as positive. Okay, so we just completed our first step. So as per the circuit diagram, the connection start from the positive of the battery, and then what's the next step? Exactly, that connection goes to 1 kilo ohm of resistor, right? So here is my 1 kilo ohm of resistor, because here we are using resistor to reduce the flow of electric current. I have already mentioned resistor has two terminals but no polarity. So you can connect either positive or negative. So now here is positive, right? Yes. So the next step after connecting the positive to the B part of the breadboard, I am going to connect the resistor one terminal along with that particular point. Okay, so now what happened? The positive from the battery on this B part, and now it's the end of the another terminal of the resistor. Okay, so another terminal of this resistor, and I am going to connect the another point that shown in our breadboard. So like this. So remember about our circuit diagram, it starts from the positive of the battery and through the resistor of resistance 1 kilo ohm, and finally as you can see here is a positive, and in this point we are going to connect our LED. Now your turn, you can also connect our resistor like this. You can start from the positive of our battery connected point and then end in any other points of our B part of breadboard, not in the same point. See, if you are going to connect it on the same point like this, then what happened? Exactly, that is wrong, because resistor has no polarity. That means both positive and negative come in same path and it result in short circuit. I hope you have understood. So remember, we can connect a resistor like this. So we can connect like this. That means another part of our breadboard, that is C part of our breadboard. So this is perfectly right. Then we can get the positive from this point. But in case of connecting like this one is absolutely cause the damage of our LED and the circuit. I hope you have understood. Okay, so here I am going to connect like this. That means I taken the another terminal of the resistor to another points of breadboard in our B part. So now it's perfect. Here is a positive of the battery and positive through the resistance of resistor 1 kilo ohm. So now here is the positive. So what's the next step? Yes, we need to connect that LED, right? Yes, here we are using a red color LED. So you can select different color of LED from your electronics components kit. No issues with that. So we know that LED has positive, that is larger one is positive and the smaller one is negative. The thing is that we need to connect the another end of the resistor along with the positive of the LED, right? Yes, here I am going to connect the positive along with the another terminal of the resistor. That means here is the positive right now, and I am going to connect the positive of the LED along with the positive that coming from the 9-volt battery through resistor, and the negative terminal of the LED I just connected along with the another point of the breadboard. As you can see, we just connected the positive along with the point of our breadboard, and then that is connected along with the resistor, and then that point is connected along with the positive of the battery. Finally, our circuit is almost complete. We need to connect the negative terminal along with the negative of this LED. I hope you have completed this step. Okay, finally we are up to there. So the final circuit, that means the negative of the LED. See, when we have a deep look into it, the negative of the LED is still remaining to connect with the negative of the battery. Also, we know that one condition, an LED work only if the positive of the LED should be connected along with the positive of the battery, and the negative should be connected along with the negative of the battery. So here the negative connection of the LED is still remaining. Here is our negative. We already know that black indicating the negative. So where is the negative right now in our breadboard? Exactly in B part. Here each and every point is negative, right? Yes. So here I am going to connect it along with this negative points of that LED, and let's see how it's work. You can also connect along with me. So here is my negative point of LED, and here I am going to connect it along with the negative of that LED. See what happened? Yes, our LED turned on. Just wow, right? Yes, here our LED turned on. How? Yes, we need to connect the remaining part, that is the negative of the LED We just connected along with the negative of that battery. So what about yours? Yes, I can see the acceleration from your faces. So here circuit start from the positive of the battery and going through the resistor along with the positive of the LED, and then the negative is connected along with the negative of the battery. So if I am going to apply a negative point, any other points of that negative section of LED, then also it will work, because we already know that in B part the connection will go like vertically. That means if I am going to apply a negative voltage of battery here, it also work. Am I right? Yes. So what about connecting another point? Then I am going to connect the another point. See, also our LED turn on, right? Yes. So the last point here we are also going to connect it along with this point, then also it definitely work. So basically these are the configuration that we have learned in breadboard. In A part the connection will go like horizontally, and in B part the connection will go like vertically. So what about your LED? That's turned on, right? Yes. So here I am going to connect back again like this. I hope you have all got the output for the LED lighting circuit. Okay, let's wind up our session. Before we are going to wind up our session, let's summarize what we learned in this session. So first we learned what is electronics, right? Okay, briefly explain what is electronics and electronic circuit. Yes, electronics is basically a branch of physics which deals with the study of electrons. So what about electronic circuit? Yes, a circuit we can simply define like a path in which current flow. It must be a loop. Also, we learned the concept of voltage, current and load. Okay, then tell me what is voltage? Yes, voltage is a pressure imparted by the electrons. What about current? Exactly. Current or electricity is a flow of electrons, right? Yes. Okay, now tell me which one acts as the load in our LED lighting circuit? Exactly, the LED, right? Yes. So, which are the components that we have used in our circuit? Yes, we used a breadboard, 9-volt battery and battery clip, a resistor and LED, right? So, what's the full form of LED? Light emitting diode. Also, we learned it has two terminals, that is one is positive and another one is negative. So, larger one is a positive and smaller one is a negative, right? Yes. Also, one important thing, we know that LED work only if the positive is connected along with the positive of the battery and the negative is connected along with the negative of the battery. Okay, so what about this one, resistor? Here we are using resistor to control the flow of electric current from this 9-volt battery. So generally a resistor is an electrical component that is used to reduce the flow of electric current. Resistor has two terminals but no polarity. We can connect either the positive terminal or the negative terminal. So here as you can see different color strips, right? Yes, these are basically called a band, and this band represents the value of that particular resistor. In our LED lighting circuit, we are using 1 kilo ohm of resistance resistor. Also, the unit of resistance is measured in ohms. Okay, so what about this one, our battery? Yes, battery is the electric source here. It stores electrical energy. It has also positive and negative terminal. The red one shows the positive terminal and the black one shows the negative terminal. Okay, so what about this old connection? Yes, we just connected it along a breadboard, right? So we can categorize breadboard into 4 basic parts. That means this one is A part and B, C, D accordingly. In A session, connection go like horizontally. B session connection go like vertically. The thing is that both A and D same and B and C also same. So remember one thing, in a larger breadboard like this, connection only get up to 5 points in A part and D part. So remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 6th section, the connection will not there. It means that is not interconnected along with the 5th part of our points that shown in our A part. I hope you have understood about breadboard. For beginners like you, breadboard is a solderless board that can be used to build and test circuit. I hope you have understood each and every component to build our LED lighting circuit and the concept regarding LED, resistor, battery and breadboard. Is there any specific manner to connect these all things? Exactly, there is. That is our circuit diagram, right? Yes. So basically circuit diagram is what? It's a graphical representation of an electrical circuit using symbols. So as you can see, these are all basic symbol of our LED, resistor and 9-volt battery. So this is all about in this session. Electronic circuit making is interesting, right? But very sorry to say, it's time to wind up our session. I hope you all enjoyed. Keep this energy. Have a nice day. Thank you.